For more information on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com. YouTube.com/channelsweb has videos of all our shows. 10 persons have been arrested in connection with the killing of at least 2 people, including a policeman, after irate youths in Akure, the Ondo state capital, set ablaze TOPE Miracle Church. The church is at the center of the controversy over a missing 1-year-old boy whose mother, Modupe Kolawole, raised an alarm after he went missing during a church service in November. An eyewitness account says rumors had filtered onto the streets that the body of the missing boy had been exhumed from the church premises, which triggered the attack. The State Commissioner of Police, however, told Channels Television that no body was exhumed from the church premises.
What caused the grievance of the people is that the police that got involved, they killed 2 innocent men. That's why people are hungry. People are not even hungry because of what they discover, but they're hungry because of actions of the police.
The mere rumor, nobody was exhumed from the altar of the church, no dead body of the child or the child being found alive in the church.
And as the year winds down, ministers are giving account of their stewardship in their 100 days in office, beginning with the Minister of State for Petroleum, the Minister of Transport, and the Minister of Budget, Finance and National Planning. The Minister of State for Petroleum says of the 9 mandate areas of the ministry, the passage of the Deep Offshore Amendment Act was realized, while promising that the PIB will be passed in June 2020 and the Port Harcourt refinery will be rehabilitated in January. On his part, the Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amechi, spoke on the achievements in railways and maritime, promising rail tracks to the seaports by April 2020 and 8 new coaches to be commissioned in January for the Abuja-Kaduna Railway. On the 11 major mandate areas of her ministry, the Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, cited the passage of the 2019 Finance Bill and that 1.2 trillion naira has so far been released for capital expenditure. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari today swore in 9 permanent secretaries for several ministries. At a ceremony held in the presidential villa in Abuja, the permanent secretaries swore to perform their duties devoid of personal interest and corrupt practices. The president had in October extended the tenure of 7 permanent secretaries for another year. Our correspondent Kayla Megwa reports.
There have been a lot of retirements of permanent secretaries in the country. And to fill up that void, in October, President Buhari extended the tenure of 7 permanent secretaries due for retirement for another year. And the head of the Civil Service of the Federation began in earnest a rigorous recruitment exercise, which has culminated into this swearing-in ceremony of these 9 permanent secretaries. Apart from their years of experience and competence examinations, the 9 permanent secretaries also represent the 6 geopolitical zones. For the duration of their tenure, they have one job: providing support to the ministers they're assigned to.
The permanent secretary is also the chief accounting officer, and by being a chief accounting officer, is responsible for managing the resources of the ministry, both human, physical, and financial.
Permanent secretaries in Nigeria have had their fair share of scandals over the years, from being accused of aiding ministers in looting public funds to bagging jail terms themselves for stealing from the treasury. These are grounds for removal, as well as reaching the age of 60 or spending 35 years in the civil service. These new permanent secretaries certainly have their work cut out for them.
Leaving the private sector, especially when you are in executive roles, in the private sector where you really are at the cream of the situation, and then you move to the public service with the attendant low wages and a lot of other issues which are too numerous to mention. It's indeed a sacrifice.
It's a very big task, and it's not time for celebration. It's not time for any merrymaking. It's time for commencing work in earnest.
The job of a permanent secretary in Nigeria is no easy task, Many of these people who have been sworn in today have over 30 years of experience in Nigeria's civil service. But all those years of experience will mean nothing if that experience is not being brought to the fore in the drive towards national development. And that is what the Nigerian people will be hoping that these newly sworn permanent secretaries will deliver in their time in office. Kayla Magwa, Channels Television News.
We're going to stay in Abuja, but here's my colleague Linda Akigbe. Hey, Linda.
Hello, Ijoma. Now, still in Abuja, the Nigerian Medical Association is advocating the need for improved health care through an increase in budgetary allocation by the federal and state government to the health sector. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, the president of the association, Dr. Francis Faduyile, also appealed to the federal government to improve the security situation in the country, as the association cannot continue to watch its members being hacked down. To the National Assembly, a bill to amend the third schedule of the 1999 Constitution and make presiding officers of a National Assembly members of a National Security Council has passed second reading in the House of Representatives. The sponsor of the bill, Odebumi Olusegun, explained that it is important and strategic for the legislative arm of government to be included in the deliberations on the country's security. According to him, the move will keep Parliament well informed and well guided in making laws that affect the area of security. The STANEL Group, an all-servicing company, has organized an entrepreneurship program for youths in Awka, the Anambra State capital. The program, which is a mentorship forum for young entrepreneurs to interact and learn from established business owners, is to promote an entrepreneurial spirit among the youths. The Chief Executive Officer of STANEL Group, Mr. Stanley UZOCHUKWU, believes the platform will widen the business horizon of young entrepreneurs when inspired by leaders in business.
Access More with STANEL Masterclass is one of the biggest end-of-year events in Awka, the Anambra State capital, organized by STANEL Group in collaboration with Access Bank and the Anambra State government. It is a platform where established business figures interface with budding entrepreneurs. With an ensemble of top captains of industry, the executive director in Access Bank reels out key factors to successful entrepreneurship.
Value is what you create as somebody is ready to invest in or to pay for. No matter how creative you are, if you don't solve a problem, you don't make money.
Other established business professionals highlight necessary requirements for success in business, especially in a saturated, volatile environment.
If you don't have an understanding of the nature of public sector play, you may just be overexcited about what you have accomplished as an entrepreneur, knowing that there are people who could have done much more and just one signature altered the whole environment.
God created you uniquely, and that uniqueness is within you.
The Anambra State Governor, Willie Obiano, who declares the event open, believes that young people should be creatively innovative if they intend to be relevant in an evolving world.
What made us rich the last century is not going to make us rich this century. It's very important. And don't be deceived. When they say the youth are the future leaders, I do not agree. You are the leaders right now. All you need to do is to get prepared. You should know where the world is headed.
For the Chief Executive Officer of STANEL Group, Mr. Stanley UZOCHUKWU, the essence of Access More with STANEL Masterclass Mentorship Program is to rekindle entrepreneurial spirit among the youths.
This event is to let us know that there is more. If you are employing 1,000 persons, you can still employ 5,000 people. Every genuine entrepreneur should not begin to feel like they have arrived. So this seminar is to basically kill that arrival mentality, to know that there is a lot more to achieve.
The program has not only shown the entrepreneurial capacity and the enormous human resource in Anambra State, but also bears testament that the state is one of the choice investment destinations in the country.
When the news at 10 returns, Federation Account Allocation Committee shares over 630 billion naira among 3 tiers of government for November as revenue allocation falls by 66.23 billion naira. Please stay with us.